We mentioned the whip guy.
The whip guy.
We tracked him down.
Yes,
and
we
he
did.
Is coming to talk to us
We
today.
are so excited about what we call Mr. Whippy. Also, we've got some fantastic tips and tricks that we've found for you for a great wedding ceremony, great wedding day. And we're going to have a look at some of the wedding trends going around the world.
All loved up and ready to propose? Or maybe you're searching for the perfect wedding ring. My Jewellery Shop are your engagement and wedding ring experts. At My Jewellery Shop, it's your time to shine. Gold Coast Highway, Nobby Beach, and myjewelleryshop.com.au. Moyra Major and Nikki Amos.
We pronounce you unfiltered. Welcome to another episode of We Pronounce You
Unfiltered.
Thank you so much for listening to us as well. Now, if you've got someone who's planning a wedding or even just somebody who loves weddings, this is the podcast for them. So you've got to share it with them as well. Now, we're so happy for all of the new friends online. Mon Brown 123, Ashby's 6, Mbear, Paulie 007 and Sydney _Ann. To be very specific there as well. They loved our chat, particularly about Taylor Swift giving girls a permission to think outside the square when it comes to their wedding rings.
We had a lot of views and feedback on the discussions that we had about actually taking our rings off.
Yes.
Apparently, we weren't the only ones
who didn't know that we were. Yeah. So we had one particular person, teleport to happy, says they only wear theirs when they go out.
Oh.
Which is interesting.
So she said that her mum gave her a ring of hers that she hadn't worn in 20 years, but she wore it so much before that the jeweler had to fix the claws on one of the side, which is what Catherine was talking about yours too. About
is it because
rubbing.
if you don't take them off, it'll wear on one side
That's right.
more than the other as well.
Flip it around to the other side as well.
And then also someone else said, I take my rings off for work. Some days I can't get one back on, which is called fluid. And we're all very aware of that situation. But obviously we weren't the only ones, and also be cleaning them every couple of weeks as well is another tip that we got from Catherine. We were also talking with her from My Jewellery Shop, Catherine. Lots of opinions on Taylor Swift's jewellery. Now, she said that was going to start a new trend.
Yes.
Some people say they just hated it, which is understandable.
Yeah. I think anything that goes viral like that, people kind of want to just steer clear of, don't they?
Someone else said, Jerbear said it's going to resembles a new brand logo she used on letterhead when she recorded her remasters, which is fantastic. Oh, dear. All right, well, on today's show, we are going to be chatting to an absolute legend.
Yes. Monty.
Yes, we love this guy. He's our favourite celebrant that we've seen. He does a podcast as well with another Monty. They're based in Newcastle, and both are celebrants, both called Monty. Very different people,
yes,
but very ochre.
Yeah.
For example, the Monty we're going to talk to talks about whipping people. If the phone goes off, if they're using their iPhone, we love this guy. It's a pleasure to have him on the podcast. We're going to have a listen to Monty, or who we call the whip guy, the whippy guy,
Mr. Whippy.
Mr. Whippy. Let's have a listen to him in action. If you haven't heard about him before.
And the second and most important rule: if I see any phones or cameras from this point forward, except for these two here, I'm going to whip you, and I'm going to whip you good. We got professionals taking far better photos than your shitty iPhones. Nana wants it. And she'll get it.
Monty, it's an absolute pleasure for you to join us on our podcast. We're massive fans of you and your other podcast as well. So we're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, aren't we, really?
Yeah.
We've been joined by the whip guy.
Yeah, and you're like a legend at this. We're like starting out.
And it's a pleasure to have me on, yeah.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. All right, so tell us first up, obviously, from what I can tell, you got into celebrancy and you realised everybody else has got to stick up their ass, and you were just like, I need to be the guy that gets booked by real people.
100%.
Yeah.
And even doing the course, it was the most cringeworthy ceremony that I had to write and deliver to get registered as a celebrant. And I swore then and there, I'm never doing a wedding like that again. And so married my brother to his wife. That was wedding number one. And it was still pretty traditional because that's kind of what they wanted.
Yeah.
And now I look back on that script and I want to vomit because it was still so shit. But very quickly worked out as I started advertising and having interactions with couples that
You could be yourself. And
the draw card for them was the fact that I was male and under 65,
Yes.
which was,
tick, yep.
not the norm. So it didn't actually matter that I had fuck all experience. They were just happy to have someone different in
and
that
real.
role.
Yeah.
So then with those conversations found out actually they really want to go way outside the box with every possible, kind of thing that they can.
Yeah.
And then, sort of just lent into it. And I've been asked that many times, how can you, it must be so exhausting to put on this persona. And then I'm like, no,
that's actually me.
It's me, dude.
This is me in real life.
Yeah.
So it's actually easy because it's just an extension of me.
Yeah.
It's just that I get paid to be a fuckwit now.
Fantastic. And you do it so well. Like, you're such a good fuckwit. Like, it really is great. I feel as though we've seen so much of you. We've seen you in Arseless Chaps,
the DTs.
the DTs, everything like that. Is there anything you won't do?
Apart from
I'm
women,
ticking no.
The bride.
Actually, funny, I literally had an inquiry 2 days ago and they were very nervous on the phone. I couldn't really understand, it sounded like they were far away, but they kept asking about the full Monty because that's the package that it's kind of advertised as the full Monty, which is more of a play on words than anything.
Yes.
But as I got more info, the couple
They wanted you nude.
nudist couple, and they were fully asking me.
Did you do
so
it?
Dylan, my fiance's upstairs, going, what the fuck's going on? And I said to him, Dale, we're going to Cairns and we don't have to pack any clothes.
So you did it? You did it?
Are you doing it?
No, it's just an inquiry, so they're going to have some dates through. But honestly, I kind of don't have the capacity to say no, which is where the arseless chaps, the budgie smugglers, the full drag as Moyra Rose,
Moyra
down
Rose,
to the bondage outfit, like all these things have come from couples requesting them and me just saying, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Which is another funny point because often I'll get an inquiry from a couple that say, we love your style, we love your vibe, but we're just wondering, will you keep your pants on at our wedding? Like it's just me that decides at whatever point, right, pants are coming off, let's go.
Yeah.
Which is not the case. It is definitely requested by them in each different wedding. So
See, I think I've actually been booked as a celebrant because my name is Moyra. So I think people think I'm going to turn up like Moyra Rose with the full, and they're like, we were really hoping that you would. And I was like, I can if you want me to, but I didn't realise that was the only reason you booked me.
Yeah.
So you also do a podcast with the other Monty in Newcastle, the other celebrant. I hear that that a bunch of pine cones are the people who do the other podcast.
P1 and P2.
P1 and P2, we are pine cones.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet and start the podcast together?
Well, it wasn't even the podcast is a after the fact thing. We met when I first became a celebrant. And there's sort of a, Facebook page for celebrants in Newcastle, and whenever anybody gets registered locally, somebody else adds them into the page. And so there was sort of talk about these two blokes, same name, same industry, and that we were going to be neck and neck, hate each other, fighting over the whole thing.
Yeah.
And we had never, we didn't know of each other.
Yeah.
So there was all this kind of beef that was getting created in the wedding world that wasn't
Even
coming from
there.
either of us.
Yeah. Right.
So we ended up contacting each other, caught up for a beer, just talk shit, and Monty's wife actually suggested that we, she's like, you got no beef, why don't you just team up and do a wedding together? That might be a bit of a novelty, two Montys for the price of one, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, after about 19 beers, we came up with a different plan, which was to basically, put together a wedding that we then auction off for charity.
Okay.
All proceeds go to, whatever charity we've chosen. All the vendors that are throwing down do what they do for nothing.
Wow.
And the couple gets, whatever value wedding, but it might not cost them that much. It's just whatever that highest bid. So that was 6 years ago. We met and G'd up the first one. We raised $34,500 that year.
Fantastic.
In our first event, and the wedding was worth about 55 or 60 grand.
Yeah.
done it every year since. We've just cracked 300 grand worth of
Congratulations. That's outstanding.
fundraising over the years for various charities.
Yep.
And we're just putting together our next charity wedding event for 2026, where we'll be fundraising for the Hunter Breast Cancer Foundation.
Wonderful.
That's
So what
good.
started as
19 beers.
let's just see what happens. We have had vendors falling over themselves to be part of it, which is just incredible.
Yeah.
Some have been involved every single year from the start, and when you add that up, that's tens of thousands of dollars worth of donation from individual small businesses because, they put down every year. And we've got a wait list of vendors because even the first year, I think we had, we must have had 6 photographers throw their hand up. And basically in whatever order they came through, we said, yep, you're in this year. You were second, you're next year.
Yep.
So last year we had Reese from Hungry Hearts Co. He'd been waiting on the list from the
From
first
the
year.
get-go.
And finally got to shoot the wedding for us. And we just, we're very lucky because without all of that support, it's just 2 dickheads called Monty making a lot of noise. But with their support, like I said, we've been able to raise over 300 grand for various charities.
Yep.
And a couple gets, an absolute bargain, but the best wedding of the year by all accounts. So now they end up being worth over $100,000, these weddings.
Yep.
And it's absolutely everything from venue, styling, flowers, rings, dress, honeymoon, fireworks,
that's brilliant.
Even teeth whitening, IV drips for the recovery. An estate planning package for, wills and buying their first house and just the most random shit, but just so it all kind of ties into it. And it's incredible.
That's fantastic.
The support we get.
So can I ask, is Monty, the other Monty, is he like you in how he presents his wedding, or you two are vastly different in how you present?
The biggest difference is that he keeps his pants on.
Sure. Good.
Well, you said he didn't have a good ass, so there's...
Oh, yeah, you've already mentioned that. I think we talked about that off air. I'm not sure if we mentioned that on the podcast.
It's funny because he'd been in the game a little bit longer than me, a couple of years. And so when I started doing it, people were still getting confused.
Yeah.
If you look at us, we are like chalk and cheese.
Absolutely, yes.
There's about a foot difference in height and width difference between us. He's quite strong.
Quite strong, yes,
I like
as am I. Yes, I'm quite strong too.
His hair's all on his face, mine's on my head. But they would honestly say, "Oh, we thought you would be in Arseless Chaps today." And he's like, "Whoa, wrong Monty."
Now
in terms of style, it's
completely different.
It's kind of very much that more.
He's the more traditional,
kind of entertaining, non-traditional. He's very, very funny and clever sort of comedy. But that's our whole, the whole approach. And it's good because if people want to book me and I'm not available, then they're happy to book him and vice versa.
Yeah, that is good.
So it's kind of a good, they can switch between us. And then when we do the charity wedding, we kind of just do it like a stand-up roast battle.
Nice.
Where, say it's the bride and groom, I might get the groom's questionnaire back and he might get the bride's.
Yeah.
And then so the couple don't know what each other's told us.
Yeah.
But then we write from that person's perspective. So it's kind of like I'll throw some shit, he'll throw some shit. I'll throw something nice, he'll throw something nice, and it's back and forth the whole time.
That's great.
And for one wedding a year, it's a lot of work, but it is so much fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, you're getting married yourself very soon. What is your wedding going to be like?
A lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Which surprises absolutely no one except me because,
Is
I
that
don't know.
because you've just collected friends along the way from your journey?
Exactly. And the misconception is that it would be so much easier to plan a wedding when you're in the gig, but it's the hardest because you've got so many mates that you work with every weekend that are extremely talented in whatever, kind of thing that they do in the wedding world. So to pick between them is near impossible, but also for the one, you want to have them as guests and not do their job.
Yes.
So we ended up getting a photographer from Victoria because that was the hardest thing to pick between all my photographer mates.
Yeah.
And just, happened to work with him once in December last year, fell in love with his style, and that was an easy call. But in terms of, the actual wedding itself and, what we're doing, it's, again, can't say no.
Oh, my God, I can only imagine.
Some pretty fun things planned.
Is there a theme?
Please tell me there's a theme.
Yep.
It's Disco Cowboys.
Fantastic.
I love that.
Fantastic.
We've sent out multiple kind of, guidelines for the outfits, and that, whatever you think's too wild isn't wild
enough. Yeah,
love
okay.
It.
The sequins, tassels, glitter, hats, boots, chaps.
Love it.
Lot.
Yeah. Mate, well, we cannot wait to see it. I'm sure we'll be checking it out. Now, can people still get involved with the charity stuff for next year, or is your list of people who want to get involved with it too long to actually even mention?
They still can, and honestly, we're adding vendors in right up until a week before.
Okay.
So the key dates, the auction is at Adams Peak Barn, which is out in Broke in the Hunter Valley.
Yep.
It's on January 18th, so we're hosting an open day there and then the auction in the afternoon. And then the wedding is set for, let me double check so I don't quote the wrong date. Stand by.
Standing.
The wedding is the 24th of July, 2026. So
awesome.
You kind of got 6 months up your sleeve between the auction to the wedding. So it's... We kind of have vendors throwing down right up until the last minute, and we kind of never say no because it's for charity and they want to get involved. And so if you're out there and want to jump on board, just jump onto the Two Montys Instagram, shoot us a message, and we will send you all the info. And if we have already got that category filled for this year's event, we'll throw you on the list for next year and hopefully get you involved then.
Monty, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll catch up again. I want to hear how your wedding is.
Cannot wait to see
I
the wedding.
cannot wait.
Cannot wait.
I'm just seeing so much in my mind. It's amazing.
Well, like I said, it just keeps getting, we're trying to map out what goes where. And then when we go home and, the family's there, and then we're like, well, we can't put it there because the mechanical bull goes there and the jumping castle's beside that. And they're like, what the fuck is going on?
I love this.
I want to be invited.
This is so good. All right, you got to check it out. Holy Matrimonty is your Instagram, the Two Montys podcast. If you are in Newcastle, the boys will travel as well. Monty, thank you so much for joining us.
Monty.
Thank you so much.
All right, Nikki, there's a lot of talk about lab-grown diamonds, and I guess a lot of people don't actually know what that means.
No.
What's the difference between lab-grown and mined diamonds?
Well, aside from being man-made in the lab using cutting-edge technology, lab-grown diamonds are visually, chemically and physically identical, so you wouldn't even tell the difference.
No, to a mined diamond, but they're also eco-friendly. That's a big thing. Ethically sourced is another thing as well, and they cost 30% less.
30%.
Than mined diamond.
Discover the irresistible pool of created diamonds by My Jewelry Shop, the Gold Coast's only fully accredited jeweller offering certified, sustainably rated diamonds.
At My Jewelry Shop, it is your time to shine.
Celebrating 10 years.
10 years.
10 years
How
at Nobby
good.
Beach.
Or myjewelryshop.com.au.
All loved up and ready to propose? Or maybe you're searching for the perfect wedding ring. My Jewelry Shop are your engagement and wedding ring experts. At My Jewelry Shop, it's your time to shine. Gold Coast Highway, Nobby Beach, and myjewelryshop.com.au.
All right, Nikki, I've got a bit of a surprise for you. I've been trolling the internet, which technically counts as work, and I found some great clips from weddings around the world. Ooh. I want to get your reaction to them because some of them are just absolutely amazing. So we're going to play them for you now. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, here we go. All right, the ring bearer or bearer. So this is the guy who brings an esky down.
I've seen many
I've seen this too.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Glued on over here.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. He's got his wedding jacket.
You know what, though? Don't you think, aren't people going to go, well, I missed out on a beer?
I would be.
Have a certain amount of beers
We had
in
this
there.
at a wedding that I did, and I didn't get a beer, and I was a celebrant, which is very rude. He's loving. He's got his speed dealer sunglasses on. You can see he's loving his own work there as well. Oh, I didn't expect him to be the groom.
Did he have no socks on?
I think you're right. That's also another trend.
Is it?
Yes, no socks.
Is it though?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, here's another one. We've had the ring bearer. Bride and groom wrote every guest personalised letters.
Oh, that is the sweetest thing ever. And everyone's crying before the wedding even starts.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That is the sweetest idea.
Such an awesome idea. That's
Very
beautiful.
Thoughtful. That's
Who's
so
got the
thoughtful.
time?
Oh, that was going to be my next thing. It's like obviously someone with a lot of time on their hands.
All right, what have we got now? Coolest thing I've ever seen at a wedding in a while.
Find your ride.
It's a Hot Wheels cars.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
That is so good.
So you've got a Hot Wheel car as like basically telling where you're sitting.
Yeah.
And also it's like, what do you call it? The bonbonniere.
Yes. Oh, but then where do you store and keep that?
I'd keep that at home. Well, yeah,
Would
no.
you? Would you put it on your little...
No,
you
I
know?
wouldn't.
No.
I really wouldn't. It's a niche market, isn't it? Yes.
Yes. And obviously a wedding of car enthusiasts.
Car enthusiasts. All right, what have we got now? Oh, so this is the guy who couldn't make it to his mate's wedding.
Yeah.
So he does it pretending he's there, but in his own house. Isn't this cute? Isn't it beautiful? We love this guy.
That's very
He's pretending he's...
thoughtful,
yep.
Yep.
Oh, they've got his kid in there. The chicken or the beef? Chicken or the beef?
Drunk. Had a few
Enjoying
too
the
many.
speeches. I love it.
My turn.
Amazing. And then...
That is
with the
great.
kids, I love it.
That is perfect.
and then,
Oh, that's the end of the night, clearly.
Okay.
Yeah, I know there's the end of the night.
It's disco ball.
There's not many rules tonight. There is one rule. If the bride and the groom are on the dance floor having a really good time, it's called an Irish exit. If you're leaving early, just go. Don't get the bride and groom and be like, oh, God, we had so much fun, and like take them to the door and spend 10 minutes saying goodbye. They get 2 hours of dancing. That's it for the whole party.
true.
So if you're going, just go.
Just
If you're
piss
really
off.
important, like a
Piss
off. We don't want
grandparent,
you.
probably. But otherwise, send them a text message. They'll read it in the morning and
Yeah,
they'll go,
no one cares,
yeah,
do they?
it was fun.
Yeah.
when you're
So let them have fun. Otherwise, immediate family, we're going to do photos somewhere in the shade. Somebody get these two a drink, and you can get me a beer.
That's
That'd be great.
I'm Josh Huggett, who's
Thank
a
you.
very fantastic photographer and has got so many great tips for other, and also tries to do different things prior to the wedding as well. Like with the, those photos with the bride and groom getting ready with their, he does some great stuff where it's just really fun.
Yeah.
Depending on your audience, obviously, it's awesome. We've
Yes.
got one more as well. All right. So this is a new ceremony trend.
They are telling the couple's story.
Yes, I've
How
seen
they
this
met,
too.
how they fell in love. There's this new trend where
love
couples are
this.
getting their friends and
Because they
family
know them
members
the
to
best,
pretty much
you know?
deliver their ceremony. The celebrant is still there to conduct the proceedings and run the show, but the bulk of the ceremony is delivered by
Yes,
people that the
that's-
couple know best.
I
and
love
this
that.
works
Yeah, I love that too.
so well. We've
So
been
in
part
that
of
instance,
2 weddings recently that had
you
this.
still write
and there
it
was
for them?
double-
Yeah.
Or-
Oh, no,
or
you wouldn't. They'd write it.
They write it.
So really,
You
let's
just
start
give
doing
them
this. It seems like it's a really easy way to earn some money. No, I'm kidding. But it certainly is more...
personal.
And that's what, you've done for me as well when I haven't had my license yet. Anyone can do a wedding, but you have to have an authorised celebrant there for the paperwork and for the legal vows and the monitum and all that kind of stuff.
But at the end of the day, they want it about them.
They want
and
it about
their
them.
friends.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant idea. I might do that too and suggest to people like if
That
you've
they
got
can do the
some-
hard work?
If they've got some people that they want to then include, because everyone always wants to include someone
Yeah.
special as well. That's another good way.
That is
to
another great
offer
way.
to do that.
All right, well, if you do know anyone who is getting married, share this episode with them. People love weddings too. People love love.
They love
So it's
love.
always great to see some of the wedding trends. A wedding can be one of the greatest days of your life, and it's always nice to relive it through other people's eyes as well.
Yeah. Well, if you enjoyed today's show, please take a moment to rate us on whatever podcast app you're using. Share it on social. Share it with your friends if you know they're getting married. Leave us a comment.
We'd love that.
We'd love some stories too.
Yes.
So if you've got some juicy stories, please get in touch.
Thank you once again to Catherine from My Jewellery Shop for her support, their support this season.
Yes.
And we will speak to you again in 2026.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All loved up and ready to propose? Or maybe you're searching for the perfect wedding ring. My Jewellery Shop are your engagement and wedding ring experts. At My Jewellery Shop, it's your time to shine. Gold Coast Highway, Nobby Beach, and myjewelleryshop.com.au.
Woodwork Podcasts.